Welcome to week 1 of a food challenge based around the Coles Flybuys Spends, but I'm going to be incorporating a bit of a freezer, pantry and fridge, use it up a challenge to keep our spends really low. So at the moment, myself and my daughter have an account for Flybuys. She's over 18. And we both have spent $60 or more over the past 4 weeks to get 10,000 points. So the aim is to use the two shops separately and to stock up to get the things we use every single week, like bread and milk, and also to add things in to complete meals using up what we have. So as we are using things up to get down to a basic, we have meat in the freezer that's probably been there a while that I really want to use up, so then I can start doing some mega markdown shopping again, maybe even doing a big markdown challenge in the new year like I used to do, and just seeing where we go from there. So week 1 I started with the best intentions as always, and I have the grocery hauls for you. The first shop I did is this way because I was filming it for TikTok, and when I got home the kitchen bench was super messy and I forgot to film lengthwise in detail, so I apologize for that. I'm working on being more organized. And then the second week is better, it's filmed properly. I've included the meals that we've had for that week, and then sometimes any snacks or anything else that we've kind of had through the week. There are some things that I'll explain throughout, but it's just showing you the process of sort of a shop to shop, if that makes any sense. By the end of this, the wheels kind of fell off. And yeah, I share with you some other things that happened along the way. So they're always a challenge for us. And of course, I started with great intentions, and then by the end of it, the plan was just a little bit north of where it should have been. But still, it's journey, so come along, enjoy.
Heading into Coles, and we've got the date there on the screen so you can track. This is my favourite, with some crackers and cream cheese, sliced cheese for lunches throughout the week, wraps, these are a family favourite. Sometimes they get eaten alone, or I will put the ham inside of it with cheese and lettuce as well. Bread for sandwiches and also for toast throughout the week. I got 2 lots of milk because they were marked down. We go through a lot of milk in the house because I have my glow shakes every morning, and I will also make one into chocolate milk. We've got an iced coffee there as well. Iced coffee is life. The pulp-free orange juice, 2 packets of the muesli bars. I try and get at least 2 every week because 2 packets is 1 week. Packet of crackers, a pack of the chocolate chip cookies. I think these were just for a backup in the cupboard, but we go through at least 1 packet a week. Chips for hubby, and then I also realized that we grabbed a can of peaches, and there's some potatoes there at the end as well that I forgot to film. So here is the receipt with the total, and basically that's going to cover us just for the week. It's just enough stuff to get us through for right now. Before I had left the house, I had grabbed out this chicken because also I was still finishing off the markdown food challenge. Let's do a freezer tour and I'll show you what we're starting with. Okay, this is our spare freezer. It's a Hyson. We bought it from the Good Guys. It was about $700, I think. We got a discount. We got free delivery, and there was like some bonus double thing on the weekend that we went. So yeah, and it was basically here within 3 days. So we're gonna have a look at what's inside, where we're at right now, and where to go from here. So the top, we have 2 of these pie case flans. I bought these on clearance for like $2 each because I'm going to use them up one day. We're going to put a chocolate pie in there once we have part of the pantry sorted. Go from there. Here is buttermilk from the last massive butter that I made back in like June, July. They're ready for pancakes, and we have stacks of butter here as well. So all that at the back is butter and ready to make cookies or anything else that I need in the house. in the next drawer, this used to be full as this is the meat drawer. We've got 3 lots of diced chicken here, and we have 1 packet of thigh chicken that I will use for a base for the chicken casserole that we make. We have packs here of lamb stew, diced beef, and some more diced lamb. Oh, sorry, this is diced lamb to make a stew. And this is when I was weighing everything. See, that's May. So we also need to use this up so we don't have freezer burn, because this is also before I bought the food saver. Diced beef in there, half a leg of lamb roast. This is how old this is, diced beef for Kira. So this is when she was going through her food elimination. She couldn't have garlic and some other flavouring stuff. So we were getting plain meat to divide to cook for her. Of course, now she's a vegetarian, so that's more meat for us. So then two of these diced beef packets would be 1 stew for hubby and I, but that would make about 4 meals. And we have a whole half leg of roast and a packet of mince meat in there. In here, do you remember we used to have all the pies and pasties that were in there? Now there's just some rotisserie chicken that we've pulled apart in a Ziploc bag. We have a packet of salt and pepper squid that I no doubt would have bought on clearance. We have veggies here to make some chicken stock when we get a leftover chicken, some more rotisserie chicken. We have a packet of champagne ham that I got on clearance and some more rotisserie chicken. I'm pretty sure this is all the thigh meat, and again I pulled that apart for chicken casserole. So not much in that drawer anymore. This drawer is my daughter's drawer now. It was the veggie drawer, but we're trying to get a little bit of a stockpile with a few things that she has. So we've got the vegetarian schnitzel, plant-based chicken nuggets, and some plant-based mince. There is a pasta there that she has, and another pasta here, and her lotus root there. It's good for tea apparently. We've got some butternut pumpkin here and some corn. This will still probably also be part of the veggie drawer, or also maybe this one, when we can balance out the two and have a good base of products, if that makes any sense. This drawer was the chicken drawer where all of the chicken schnitzels and the Kievs and everything was living. It's a lot smaller compared with the deeper drawers. We've used up so much stuff because we've just been so busy and unorganized, so it's time to get more organized. This is just all bacon frozen. I bought a whole kilo because it was probably double rewards from Woolworths, and I divided it all up for bacon and eggs. So that will need to go on the meal plan to have, but we really need to get some schnitzels for my son to also make chicken schnitzels with ham and cheese and pineapple, and also chicken Kievs, because they are still really like them for the nights that we really are tight with time. This is the freezer that's in our kitchen, and I've just done a really slow overpan just to show you what is in here. Now this was recorded a couple of weeks before I started this challenge, so some things have gone out, but the majority of stuff is still in there, so it's still pretty chock-a-block full. Right down the bottom in the door you can see some frozen mangoes just at the top, and there was some frozen yogurts and stuff in there, which you'll see me later on. For first night for dinner, we have got that rotisserie chicken. I've got a little bit of popcorn chicken that's there, and I did homemade chips and bread. I think it was really hot night, so we had pre-cooked that chicken and we just pulled it apart. The next night for dinner, I cannot tell you what anyone had because I have zero footage in my phone. So your guess is as good as mine. So please enjoy this plate while it holds place. and we'll move on to the next night. I had this mince meat that was from a couple days beforehand, so I'm just covering up the use by date. We had the last bit of the carrots, corn and peas, and I threw that all in together in the pot. I really wish that I had pre-cooked the mince first, it would have been a bit easier. There were 2 dumplings inside a container in the freezer, so we're cooking some rice to have with that. And my son will just put grated cheese on top of his rice with his dumplings. I got this rich beef mince packet from our Use It Up pantry and put it all together. My daughter had some quiche, and there is dinner all finished. Into the pantry, and this is a hot mess. I really need to sort it out because also I want to work out exactly what we do have and see how long it takes us to get through everything. So I found these packet of noodles. I knew they were in there. They're shelf stable. They're from Coles. They're about $1.50 a packet. And I was going to use this garlic and soy simmer sauce, but then I remembered we didn't really like it last time. And I do have one of these teriyaki beef sauces, and this has a really good flavour to it. Also, I'm pulling out some of the risotto pasta. I bought about 20 packets of these all for 80 cents about 2 years ago. I figured pasta was pretty stable, so it was good to stock up. Back to the freezer for that chicken. Here is my son's noodles with those. Oh, I found some dumplings in the freezer as well. Sorry, I didn't show pulling them out. And I made a chicken risotto for hubby and I. Next date we have done grocery haul. We've done the second shop for the second account. Starting with the Lamington fingers, I put these in the freezer for my son. He probably takes about 2 weeks to go through a packet. We've got potatoes. We go through about 5 kilos a week. It just depends if we have mashed potato or chips. Yeah, they're just easy to cook and they're cheaper to make our own chips. Crumbed chicken nuggets, I'm pretty sure we're out, so we always need chicken nuggets. I got a watermelon. The weather is starting to heat up and I loved the beautiful red colour, so I thought it would taste really good. A block of cheese. We have actually run out as well, so we desperately needed some. Some bagels. My daughter has a bagel every day with some cream cheese, so I thought I'd pick those up for her. Iced coffee. Iced coffee is life, what can I say? Broccoli and carrot florets, 44 cents. My daughter had the broccoli and we have the carrot pieces coming up. I will get the carrot pieces out and chop them up into little pieces because cooked on their own, they don't taste very good. They're a little bit dehydrated, but if you cut them up and you put them in something, they're fine. I'm always getting the wrap bread. It's popular in our house. I got some cream cheese because I know there's some Oreo crumbs in the cupboard to make a cheesecake. Got the spreadable cream cheese for my daughter's bagels. Bananas. I have a banana every single day, so that's really good. One is longer than the other. I got some strawberries. I love strawberries, and they were only $3 a punnet, so I thought I'd pick them up. I got some organic broccoli. No, I just picked up broccoli because it was $2.22 and I noticed the packet said it's 500 grams, so it makes it under the $6 a kilo that the frozen was going for and also on the shelf. I got these quirky carrots, 1.5 kilo, because they're the same price as the standard carrots. Here is the receipt with the prices for that one. I made a promise to myself to keep on top of the watermelon this time because usually I just cut a bit off and it gets shoved back in the fridge. So I've chopped all of it up and it fit into this container. Clearly this is pre-declutter of the kitchen because I've since passed on those containers. And then next day I had a shake for breakfast and I found the frozen mangoes in the freezer. They blended up pretty well. It's probably a no from me into the future, but also maybe if the mangoes hadn't been sitting in the freezer for about a year. They're very icy, as you can see, and I used probably over half a packet, so probably less is more. My friend Debbie got me onto mango shakes a while ago. She said they're just like the boost juice, so it was really good. Into the little freezer and we found some salt and pepper squid that we're going to have for dinner, and I got the triangles out for my daughter. and all over the floor. And this is what they look like. Oh, my son had triangles as well. And we're using up what I believe to be the last of the beetroot as well, which I didn't realize at the time of filming. So for the past week, we haven't had any more beetroot. We go through a lot in the house, so it's one of the things I'm going to have to make sure that we stockpile. Back into this freezer, and you've got the containers there. You can see the lamingtons on top, and then in those two containers my son had all the chicken nuggets and the dumplings and things like that. So now I can see holes. I am pulling out these pizza bases and also a piece of garlic bread because I am heading out for this evening. So I just reheated the last of the chicken risotto, and my son and hubby had a pizza, and I think my daughter had some of the pasta that was in the freezer. The next morning I am just having my protein shake as well from the Glow company, and I'm just sharing this because I didn't have a lot of milk, of the markdown milk, so I made up some from the UHT milk powder that I've had in the cupboard. I want to use a bit more of this in baking, so it's a cheaper alternative, and I pulled out a frozen yogurt as well and then blended that all up. It was quite good to have a little bit of a thicker protein shake as well, and it was quite cold because the UHT powder that I'd made up was not cold. So I just added my coffee in there as per usual and then blitzed it up, and it was perfectly fine. I'm just showing this for the afternoon because I've had the crackers with some ham with that apricot cheese that I purchased from Coles, so that's how I like to eat it. And there is some leftover pizza that I saved on purpose from last night's dinner because there was leftovers, because I think hubby thought I would eat when I got home. So I wrapped them up and put them in the fridge, and I reheated them for them to have lunch. And also I divided up a Coke bottle. I got these Coke bottles when I was doing a lot of mystery shopping stuff. You would get $2 cash back for every receipt that you uploaded from Dan Murphy's, and I happened to go in there and they had a whole trolley full of these Cokes, so I probably annoyed the lady saying I need to do them individually, but I basically got all this Coke for free. I headed into Aldi because we needed to pick up a couple of things, and our Coles spend had finished, and I still have gift cards from promotions. So I thought, let's head in there and see what we can find. I was looking for something pretty quick and easy and a markdown for dinner, but there was nothing that really jumped out at me. I also wanted to really try the drinking chocolate that I'm told is amazing, but I see there it's limited time only. So hopefully when it comes back next time I can grab it. I did grab a packet of macaroni. I was going to grab a jar of pesto pasta, the basil, but I'm not quite ready for it yet, and I want to make sure the pantry is organized before I add anything more in there. I did grab the honey mustard sauce because this is our favorite to have when we do our chicken and rice on a Tuesday night. I picked up these are Kira's favorite, and look at that price compared with $5 at Coles. Absolute bargain. Picked up some barbecue sauce because we have none, and I really wanted the small bottle to actually be a squeezy. I don't have an actual squeezy bottle. There are 0 eggs, so there goes my plan to grab some eggs. I did get some bagels once they got unstuck from the previous packet. And then I picked up some wraps. My daughter said these have a little bit more of a flour texture on them, so she's not really a fan, but my son ate them perfectly fine. I was going to pick up some Turkish bread because I love this bread, but I decided I'm going to use up what I have first. But I did pick up a loaf, I think, of white bread because there was no multigrain bread. There was just the whole grain, not whole grain, yeah, the wholemeal, the brown bread. I had written myself a list, and luckily that I double checked because I realized that there was quite a few things that I had missed out. So a quick whip around the store, and I had to go and pick up a lettuce and also cookies. I noticed on the list that I had been planning to go to Bunnings as well, but guess what? Never got there. But this video is about food. But also just showing you that I'm forever writing lists of things that I want to get around to, and I never quite get there. I was looking lovingly at this yogurt as well because I really love a yogurt that has this in it, but it reminded me that I could probably make a lemon curd and mix it through. So thinking caps on, and we'll see what we can do. I went to grab some 2 litres of milk and there wasn't any, so I just grabbed the 1 litre instead. I think I grabbed the chocolate milk from memory. I picked up, I think, these corn chips. I'll see in the trolley at the end. I forget. I've also lost the receipt by now. And I can't remember if I picked up some chips for hubby or not, or I was just filming in general. I really like these chips because they're a bigger size than the other supermarkets. Apple and blackcurrant juice. I really love this one and it's been disappearing fast in the house. Also potato wedges. These ones, however, are a lot smaller than a standard potato wedge. They are super cute though, and they have a little bit more flavouring as well than the Coles ones. So popular for our house. And I picked up some vegetable dumplings. So hopefully my son will be looking at these lovingly instead of the ones I get for my daughter. Triangles. These are popular in our house. And here is the trolley full with, I think it was around $35-$40 for the spend. Into the freezer because it's time to start using up those meats. Everything's just falling out. So we've got this stir fry beef that I got, I think I mentioned back when Christy and I were doing the markdown challenge, so I picked that up. And I also have a bag of the frozen sauce that Kira made ages ago, and so I froze it. I'm going to learn to make my own. I got the carrot pieces out of here and I chopped them all up and threw it in there, and this disappeared very quickly. I also used up some noodles we had in the pantry and I forgot to show that. And then lastly, I made a dessert. As I said, we have a whole lot of Oreo crumbs in here from previous cookie cupcake, no, what is it, cheesecake, and a packet of Oreo cookies. And we also have a tart flan in here that my mum gave me. There's actually another one in there. So I put all the cookies into the Mixmaster blender, I forget what this thing is called, food processor. And my idea was that I could make all of these little containers and the tart, but I obviously clearly underestimated, I don't know, and there was only enough to really fill the tart and one little glass one. So all the cookies went back into the Ziploc bag for the next dessert. So thank you for joining me this week with our shop and then the food, and I look forward to seeing you in week 2 and how we go through everything there. See you later. Bye.